Hello, this is Ankit Reddy. Welcome to the .NET course from educators.com, world's best online tutorials for the leading technologies. Today, let us discuss about a control structures in C#. In the beginning, in the last session, we have seen a conditional statements like if condition and switch case. When you have multiple if-else statement, please take switch. Avoid how much time you can avoid these multiple if-else statements. Better you go with switch, the better performance you will get. Now let us see this control structures in C#. Loops. Under loops we have four kind of loops in C#. One is while and do while, for loop and for each loop. Let us discuss one by one. What is a for loop? A for loop will be having the conditions like this. The syntax will be like this. While loop syntax, while then condition, that statements will get executed. A set of rules which are available for while loop are while loop checks the condition first. If the condition is true, then statements in the loop get executed. This process is repeated as long as the condition is true. Understand? Let us see that with an example. How to see this while. Let us flip to Visual Studio. Suppose you have a condition first, then it will check that condition, then only it will print that values. For that I am taking an integer variable a is equals to 10, and let me take a while condition now. If it is while, first it will check that condition, as I said, right? The syntax also saying that while will be there first, then until unless the condition become true, then only it will execute the statements which is there inside that while loop. While a is while a is less than 20, then console dot writeline value of a is equals to plus a. So what it will do, until unless this condition met, it won't come inside that. Inside which we have written console.writeline method, and we are going to print that a value. Then I'm going to increment it a plus plus, then console dot read key. Let me build this to verify if there are any errors. A build got succeeded. Here you can see. Now let me run this. I'm executing these lines. Now you may not understand it, how it is happening. A value of a, it is printing 10, 11, 12 till 19. Let me put a breakpoint and explain that line by line. Let us see this. Line by line execution is always F10. And see here, a value is 10. So a value is less than or equal to 20. The condition will become true. It will come down. And after printing this a value 11, we are incrementing this a with a plus 1. See here, we have seen in the last session incremental operator, this one. A plus plus is equals to a is equal to a plus 1. This means now a value is 11. 11 is less than 20. In the same way, it will keep on executing the lines until unless the while condition become 2. Let us see this. What is the value now? 19. 19 is less than 20. That's fine. Now a value become 20. Now let us see that. A value is not less than 20. So only it is coming out of that loop. That's how it is printing that values. So what my suggestion is, whenever you are having like this, you please do not forget using this incremental or decremental values. Suppose here you are using this one. Please do not forget to use that increment or decremental value. I will show you that now. If you forget to give this increment or decrement value, what will happen? Now let me build this. Let us see. It will keep on printing. You cannot stop this because it will become an infinite loop. It will not end anywhere. Just keep on displaying the value of A. So when you see this task manager, you can see here the CPU utilization 39% and it is going up 40%. Suppose if I stop this, let me stop forcibly my application and I remove that comments. Now let us execute the same. Now let us see this task manager. It came down to 26%. It was touching 40% also. Now it is 40, 16, 15, 14 also. So that's why you please do not forget to update the variable participating in the condition so that loop can end at some point. If you don't have that, it will be printing the values indefinitely or infinitely, we can call it as. Okay. So let me tell the same program some other example as well. Stop this. Suppose we know that how to read a input from console. Console dot write line, enter a target. Now we're going to enter the target. So remember that a write line is always used to write something to the console, and then we wanted to read it from the console. As we are asking to enter a number, we are taking that integer variable. User target is equals to int.parse. Then console dot read line. So by this we'll be getting integer variable into this user target. After this I'm going to use while and let me take like integer start is equals to 0. Then the start is less than or equal to user target. Then let us print this values. Console dot write line of the value as start. Understand? Then you should not forget to increment or decrement this. This is as same as this one, but here I am giving increment with 2. Here I gave a plus plus, that means a is equals to a plus 1. This means a is equal to a plus 1 always. Remember that. Here I am incrementing with 2, so I cannot do with start plus plus. If you want to increase with only 1, you can go ahead with start plus plus. Now let me have this as well to see the output. So what it will happen is, instead of giving 10 and 20 here, I am giving option to user to enter a target. Now enter a target. I kept 30. Now from 0 till 30 we are able to see even numbers. If you wanted to see that odd numbers, again you can just go ahead with 1. You have a breakpoint, you don't like to go ahead with breakpoint, so always you can go with debug, then start without debug. Now it won't go there. Suppose if I press 50, it will print that all the numbers from 0 to 1. Suppose if you wanted to see the odd numbers, just go ahead with 3. Let us see that whether we'll see that odd numbers or not. Wait. Okay, we need to close this first, then we can execute again. Now I press 50. 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We are seeing like this. And if you wanted to see the odd numbers, please change here 1 and 1 plus 3. What will become 4? But what we want? 1 plus 3, 3 plus 2, 5. Like that we want to see the odd numbers. I wanted to see that odd numbers. Okay, I need to close this. Then you can see 50. From 1 to 50, we are seeing odd numbers. Like this, we can see this while loop. What while loop will say is, let me go back to the presentation. While loop checks condition first. If the condition is true, statements in the loop get executed. This process is repeated as long as the condition is true. Please remember that while we are using this, we should not forget to update the variable participate in the condition so that loop end at some point. Hope it is clear. Now let us move to do while loop. As we have understand this while loop, let us understand this do while also. What is this do while loop syntax? It will be having do, then statements at the end of the table, while, then condition. A do while loop checks its condition at the end of the loop. This means that the do while loop is guaranteed to execute at least once. Let us see that practically. From this, comment it. Now let me take the same example, but I'm changing a little bit. Integer a, this is same, I'm not going to change. Instead of while condition here, I'm just removing it and I'm keeping here do condition. That's it. And inside which we'll be having, oh, this one is not required. That's it. This is as same as while loop. Here also we'll be having same conditions, but the place is different. Here we use while, and then here we have not used anything. But in do while, condition will not check at the first. Do while loop checks its condition at the end of the loop. This means that the do while loop is guaranteed to execute at least once. See here, we are able to see at least first value if this condition is not true. First let us build this. Build is succeeded. Now I'm going to execute it. It is printing value of a is 10, 11 till 19. Now let me close this. Suppose a value of a 10 is greater than or 5 I am giving. So 10 is less than 5? No. But still let us see what it will print. Still we are seeing this output. That's what I told here. This means that the do while loop is guaranteed to execute at least once, even though the condition is wrong. Here the condition met is wrong, right? That's why I am telling the while loop will be checking the condition first, but do while loop is opposite to that. It will be printing at least once. Now let us see this with line by line execution. Now see, a value is printing. A value become 11, but 11 is not less than 5, right? So condition become false. It is coming out of that loop. Now let us make it 20 only. Let us see line by line debugging. Now a value is 10. It will come out and the condition now is true. 11 is less than 20, right? So the loop comes again to the first here. Again it will print. So this will be keep on repeating as long as the condition become false. Now a value is still 15. Let us move 4 more times. Like this, it will be moving. So a value is 20, so it is coming out of that loop. This is how while loop and do while loop we can check it. Hope you understand this. Just remember that while loop checks the condition first, do while loop checks the condition at the end. Thank you for watching. We'll see what about for loop and for each loop in the next